Hey everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin. Thanks for joining me today, this Tuesday, July 17th. I can't believe more than half the month is over. It's just flying by so fast, but I'm really excited today to show you some really fun things for fall. Already thinking about fall? Well, the Changing Leaves bundle, it's a hybrid bundle, and it has an embossing folder with coordinating dies that match. And so you can put the die, I'll show you, inside the folder, and it will cut and emboss at the same time, which is really, really cool. And so I've come up with a couple cards, and I again have my wonderful guest Anne here from Hawaii, and she's going to be showing you a really out-of-the-box using the bundle that you are going to be amazed with. Again, she's just really good at creating wonderful things out of, you know, something totally different. So the raffle prize last week was the projects that we made. So I did the little cat, nope, it's a bird, and the stewing cat that pops out of here, little cat. Okay, so you're gonna get those, and then you're gonna get this adorable kitty that she made out of the pot or the cauldron, and it's this gatefold card, super cute. And those are the prizes for this week. Really exciting. So I have my wheel ready here. It's so fun to do the wheel. So let's pop the wheel on, and then we've got all of our names there, and I'm just gonna click to spin this, and we'll see who's got it. And we have Joan. So Joan, yay. You're gonna get these really fun projects. Okay, so back to me. All right, so this week's prize is going to be a combination. It's going to be one of the projects, and it's going to be the In Color resin dots. These are super cute, and they coordinate and match the current or the new In Colors. So really fun. So I'm going to write that down, and then the card. And so great. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and I've got a couple things that I want to show you that just came out that are really cool. Hey Pam. Oh yeah, it was hot, and now it's cooled down a little bit here in the Bay Area in California, and then by the end of next week it's going to be hot again. So I'm sure Anne is looking forward to that. Maybe not. But yeah, it's just been so hot. And hi, Joan, thanks for joining. All right, so a couple things that I wanted to show you. So let's switch to this, are these kits. So this kit actually came out last month, but I hadn't had a chance to put it together. But now I have used it for our trip to Austin, Texas. My family went there at the beginning of April to see the eclipse, and we were able to do some other fun things while we were there. So this is the front page here, and the kit has really cool stickers. I'm gonna call them stickers, although they call them self-adhesive something, I don't know, pictures, but they have letters. So that's where I got the letters from, and they have them in the brown, or I should say early espresso, as well as in, where did it go? I don't know where my other ones went, but they're little circles, and super cute as well. Okay, so there's Texas. And this is us and our foreign exchange student, Nona, at the beach in Port Aransas? Aransas. I'm not sure how to say it. Okay, and then we got to drive around in a golf cart, so that was super fun. And then a couple pictures on the beach there, really pretty. And then we went to the, oh shoot, it's a big shopping mall there. Oh my goodness. See, that's why I have to write down the notes. So I'm gonna write down the notes of where we went. But this was a Thai restaurant that we ate at that was really, really good. And then we also went to this taco place called Velvet Taco, and they have amazing tacos, like Korean barbecue taco or chicken waffle taco, or just really, really creative tacos. So it's really, really cool. So I'm gonna write notes about where we went and what we did so I can remember, because see, I can't even remember already. And then the kit has these little pieces here that you could do, so maybe like that. So I put that in there. And these are our friends that we hung out at their house for the eclipse. And then Adam and Katie and Nona, and there's my cards and another one of their friends. And then I got this nice picture of Katie and Nona walking at the, oh, it's coming to me. It begins with a D. Okay. These pictures I printed out with Snapfish. So I just uploaded the pictures and had them printed at Snapfish. I do have a color laser printer, but it does not, it's not as good as what you can get from, you know, a photo printer place. And then these are the pictures of the eclipse and us watching the eclipse. So here we are watching the eclipse with our special glasses. And Nona is a really good photographer, so she put the glasses over the lens of my iPhone, and she took these pictures. And then that's a picture I took without the lens. So pictures both ways. And then we went to this Museum of Illusions that's in the, what's it called? It's not Dominion. It begins with a D. I'll look it up. And so, you know, it looks like we're holding Adam up, and it looks like I'm holding the girls up, and then it looks like Katie's playing cards with herself. And I have a bunch of fun pictures that I put in here of us hanging out in the subway, literally. These are so funny. I'll post some of these. Anyway, I like to be silly, as some of you know, and so I think I took like 100 pictures of that subway area, because that was super fun. And then here's me, my two little girls in the chair, and that's of course an illusion. And there's Katie looking at herself. And then this one, does it open up this? No, not yet. And then we also went to the Museum of Ice Cream. I think there's one here in San Francisco, and I had never been. And I thought, oh, you know, it's just a fun little thing, no big deal. But we had so much fun, and there were so many great places to take pictures. Somebody was working behind an area and I saw the llamas behind him, and there's like this inside joke in our family about llamas, and it was just this wall of llamas. And so Nona has grown to like llamas, and so I took a picture of her with all the llamas. They were really cute. I was really tempted to buy a llama, so hopefully you can see the llamas. And then this one, they had, you know, those circus cookies there that you could ride, and they had like a banana room and a Sunday swing. And I'm not done yet. I'm still gonna write some things and add some stickers and things, but I wanted to at least get all the pictures down. And then my favorite was they had a sprinkles pit, and you betcha I was in the sprinkles pit doing sprinkle snowmen and sliding in and yeah, doing everything because it was so fun. And then here's Adam with all the different sprinkles. And the best thing about the museum is you could have all the ice cream you could eat. So I'm hungry. And really good ice cream. So we had a lot of ice cream. So again, another pocket, and then us in the sprinkle pit. And then at the end, they also had cotton candy, and of course we had more ice cream. So it was a really fun trip, and I love all of these. Oh, here it is right here. So all the circle letters. And then lots of fun stickers and sentiments. And so I am still working on it, and I'm gonna add more stickers and make it even cuter and add some journaling to it. And I love you could turn it into anything. It doesn't have to be a travel journal. It can be whatever you want, but it's definitely focused on travel because all the stickers are travel, but you can make it anything you want. But I love these because they're smaller format. You can make it one event or one trip, and it's not as overwhelming as, oh my gosh, I need to scrapbook a whole year of events. I just did one event. It was very easy. This is a kit from Stampin' Up. Yes, it is. Oh, I wish, see, I should even look up the name.
The travel journal.
I think it's called the travel journal. And it's a kit in the kits online. And it's so super cute. And, you know, you could, again, use it for whatever you are thinking of. But it's really great to document, of course, a trip. And so I think I'm gonna buy another one, and I'm gonna do another trip. When we went to Mexico for our incentive trip, Stampin' Up gave us a scrapbook, which is really, really cool. Oh, it's called the Scenic Route Journal, Travel Journal, Scenic Route Travel Journal, and it is $22. So, I mean, $22. You get this book, you get all these pages, the fold out pages, all these things to write on, all the I mean, all you need to add is the pictures. That's it. So really, really cool journal. And then it has this thing to keep it closed, this stretchy band, rubber band. So I love this. I'm gonna get another one and do our trip. But like I was saying, they gave us a Mexico one. I haven't made it yet, but I am, and they gave us stickers and everything too. So here's the Mexico one, and I'm so excited that Stampin' Up is going to be offering scrapbook products again, because I love scrapbooking and I miss scrapbooking, and I haven't been scrapbooking in a long time. So I've been printing out pictures, and Snapfish, I think, has really good deals. They'll have like 70% off deals off the photos, but you need to like get a lot of photos or get a canvas or get something else to get the free shipping. So just a little hint there. But they had all these cards already put in and made for us. So I'm gonna, you know, cut some pictures up and put them in there. The only thing is, you know, you need to make your pictures smaller, because if they're 4x6, they don't fit as well. But I'm gonna try to do my best. I don't like trimming my photos that much. And then they even included some stickers for us. Check these stickers out. So cool. and then different words in Espanol. And then I kept this because I want to use that as a card. And then we also had a sticker on one of our gifts. So I carefully took the sticker off and I put it on the back of a dimensional sheet. I keep these just in case. And so I have that ready. So I'm super excited to scrapbook this. I just got the pictures when I got the Austin trip pictures because this all happened in April. And see, I got some 5x7s too of our trip. Super cool. And so when I put this together, I will share this with you. I did want to share, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm going to grab it here. So this is why I got the 5x7. They gave us this frame as one of our gifts. And so one of the pictures that I took, this is Anne. Of course, you recognize her. She's with me. And then this is Rachel Tessman. She has the Paper Pumpkin fan Facebook page. And then this is my friend Sarah from Arizona. And so I just wanted a fun picture to remember the event in here. So this was our frame that we got. So I'm all about pictures and scrapbooking. I love scrapbooking. So stay tuned because there's more scrapbooking to come. So I'm going to put those aside. Whoops. Okay, so now we are going to talk about this Changing Leaves bundle. Oh, no. One more kit. I forgot. Okay, so this is the Garden of Thanks kit. And this is $23 and it's 9 cards. And they are gorgeous. And it comes with the stamp set. So that's the stamp set. And then, of course, I have cut a lot of the cards in half. I think all of them in half. So I'm going to get double the cards. So here's the first card. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. And then, so I stamped the sentiment and I stamped these little willowy or branches. This one, no stamping, but super pretty. And then this one is just stamping the thank you. And then, let's see, I added some ribbon here. And I put all the embellishments on the outside of the flowers. The kit shows you putting them inside of the flowers, but I feel like they get lost. So I want them to have a lot of contrast and really so you can see how pretty the embellishments are. So those are the 3 cards that are the kit. But then I have all these extras. I have double. So the beautiful flower one I cut in half. And these are the 3 extra pieces that I got. So I have 3 card bases for that. Actually I have 5, but I only need 3. And then same with the white. So I have 3 of the Misty Moonlight. And they are going this way. And then 3 of these. And I have 3 of the Misty Moonlight going this way. So I have doubled the cards in this kit. So you can actually get 18 cards, and I'm going to just stamp some flower things or do something and make double the cards with this one. So I've got everything here in my little bag. I do a monthly free card class at a local bakery called Lele Cake, and I bring the kits for people to try the cards. So I kit all of this and put it in here with the stamp set and the accessories and any extras. And this is ready to go to my free card class. So just wanted to show you that kit. It's really pretty, really easy to put together. And then I like to put them into individual envelopes with my card, and I love to give them to people, like if I'm talking to the clerk, you know, at Kohl's or at the grocery store, or if I meet somebody new, I love to give them a card. So I love to have those ready, and the kits and the Paper Pumpkin kits are perfect so that I can have a card ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Changing Leaves bundle. So this is a hybrid bundle. It is so cool. I love hybrid bundles because they have the die that fits inside the embossing folder. And this is a 3D embossing folder, so it's thick. And the big die here is going to fit, and it's just going to kind of lock into place here. And then you cut out the 3 leaves and they'll be embossed as well. So I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do besides just throwing paper in there and running it through with plain paper, although that would be pretty too. So I'm just gonna leave this in here for now, but there are some extra dies, some extra leaves, and then some extra label dies and a circle die with stitching. So it's really nice to have some of those accessory dies. Okay, so let's see. The first card I'm gonna show you is this card right here. And I used the Country Side Corners dies to cut the middle piece on the belly band, and that just slides out. And then you have this fun inside of the card as well. So this card is pretty easy to put together. I started with a 11 by 5.5 sheet of Misty Moonlight cardstock, and I've scored at 2 1/8 and then 7 5/8 to get that 4 1/4 right here in the middle. So let's see, I'm gonna put a little notepad here and I'm gonna write it down for you. So it's 11 by 5.5, and then we scored at 3, oh no, was it 3 and, no, I got it wrong, 3 3/8. Uh-oh. 3 3/8, and then 7 5/8. So basically just think 3.5, but then go left 1/8, or 7.5, go right 1/8. So 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1/4. So yay. Math. But I can do like fractions and percentages really well, because you got to know how much, you know, the item is for sale for, right? Okay, so this piece is also from the Countryside, is it Blossoms?
Yes.
Paper. And shout out to Connie here, and she's helping me with some of these products. So let's see here. Okay, so this is gonna go on the inside, and then I have cut out a white piece that is gonna go right here, but we are gonna stamp the sentiment in there before we put it down. So this is in Misty Moonlight, and it's just a little sentiment that says, you know, you are amazing in every single way, because we're putting thanks on the front. So this is just gonna turn it. And so that's just gonna go like right about there. Okay, and then I'm just going to adhere this piece down. And I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Okay, and now I need to do a little bit of cutting. So I'm gonna grab the paper trimmer, and I just put a brand new cutter in there, so it'll be nice and sharp. And I have marked at 2 3/4, because that's the halfway mark for 5.5. So 2 3/4 is marked right there. So I'm gonna place that 2 3/4 mark right in the cutting line here, and this scored line in there too. And then I can just cut my little triangle and save that for another card. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here, starting with this scored line right here, and then the point right there. Put the point right in the middle. Okay. And then that gives us a really nice cut. And another trick that I do is I like to use my bone folder to kind of flatten the cut a little bit if it feels kind of rough, and I do it on both sides, and it just gives it like a nicer edge, in my opinion. But that's just what I do. Okay, so other side, I have it marked right there at 2 3/4, and then I'm gonna rotate that, and then we'll just cut that down, and then we're gonna switch this, start with the score again to the point, and cut that. And there we have our really cool opening, and then I'm gonna just rub that down a little bit. I don't like seeing rough edges. Okay, so that's that part. And then I thought it would be fun to put like a texture or a pattern on here. So I stamped the large leaf. So I opened it up like this, and then I have a scrap piece of paper here. Whoops. Scrap piece of paper here first, and then we've got our stamp, and we've got our ink, and I do want another scrap. I think I'm gonna use like a scrappity scrap. One of my,
It's a technical term.
scrappity scrap. One of my printer boo-boos or something, and then I'm just gonna ink this whole leaf up. It's a huge leaf, but it's so pretty, and I love the way it stamps. And I'm just gonna really put my elbow into it, because sometimes when you have a lip there, it doesn't stamp some of the areas in there. I noticed that when I was stamping. So I'm just gonna like put my elbow into it and make sure that it stamps, which is really nice. There we go. And then we'll just turn this whole thing and ink this top up again, and we'll kind of fit the leaves in here like a puzzle. And there's my elbow again. Elbow grease. And then we'll just add like this leaf right here to finish that off. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's so, that leaf is so pretty. Every time I stamp it, I just say, wow, it's so pretty. So same thing over here. Bring that back over here, and then line this up with the score line, and then we'll ink this up. And this time we'll go this way to be different. And elbow. Okay. And then we'll add some over here this way. And then seems like there's always one leaf left to add. We'll do this one. Okay. So pretty. Hi, Martha. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so that is our card base. Now we are going to work on our belly band. So I have this piece here, and this is 8.5 by 1, and I like to use 8.5 by 8.5, even though this is 8.5 and it won't wrap all the way around. But you don't need it to wrap all the way around, because if you place this gap in the front, then it doesn't matter, because you'll be placing your item or whatever it is on there, and nobody will be the wiser, and you didn't have to use a lot of extra cardstock to create the belly band. So that's my little belly band tip. And then I'm just going to place this so it's hopefully in the middle, right there. And then this is more of the countryside paper, and I hate covering up this pretty side because I think this is the prettiest paper, but I really wanted a dark designer series paper, to contrast with my leaf. So I stamped the leaf and cut it out with the die. And this leaf is going to go inside. It did the same thing with this one. This one's in boho blue. And so I'm just going to add a bunch of dimensionals, and I'm going to place them towards the inside of the leaf so that if any of the leaf is hanging off my countryside corner die, there won't be adhesive hanging off too. So that one's really easy. We're just gonna place that right on top here. It's the star of the show right there. And then we're going to put dimensionals on this leaf as well. And again, I'm doing them on the inside. It doesn't really matter on this one though. And then we're gonna place that down there so it looks nice. Okay. All right, so now just a couple more things. I'm gonna put the belly band back on, and it covers the leaf right there. And then here's the original card. We're gonna stamp the sentiment and add some bling. So I have the sentiment stamped here. This is one of the oval label dies that's in the die set, this one right here. And I'm going to shorten it. You guys have seen this trick before, but I'm going to show it to you again. And I'm actually going to stamp thank you again, because this one I stamped it up too high. So I'm going to stamp again. So thank you in the misty moonlight. And let's see, I want to stamp it down a little bit more. There we go. And I want to shorten it. So I'm going to bring out my mini embossing, my boho blue mini embossing machine, cutting and embossing, which is still available, I think. So that's really cool. Okay, the die. So now I'm going to place the die where I want it to be cut off. So I'm going to move it down one so that there's about the same distance between the two sides. And because it has stitching, you can feel it like lock into place, which is really nice and helpful when you're trying to cut this down. Oh, hi Melanie, I'm glad you got the paper pumpkin cards. I hope you like them. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this like this so everyone can see better. Okay, so I've got this on here, and I'm gonna place my cutting plate about halfway because I don't want it to cut right here because it'll put the lines going straight through. I just want to cut that little piece off right there. Woo! At least it shot off that way and not the other way and didn't hit Anne in the eye or something. Okay, so it looks like I was a tiny bit off, so I'm just gonna do a tiny little trim right there, but now I have my shorter piece right there. So really cool that you can do basically any size you want with these kinds of dies. So put that back down. So you can shorten, you can lengthen by inserting a longer piece of paper and only cutting again up to halfway. And I've got lots of videos showing you that trick as well. But I'm going to put this aside and add this on right here with dimensionals. So we'll put one on each side. And we'll just add this to the bottom here, like that. Okay, what do you guys think so far? I hope you like it. So I use the In Color Opaque Sparkle Dots because they have some boho blue dots. But for this one, I kind of want to try the iridescent faceted gems because I think they will really pop a lot more. So I'm gonna do something different on this one. And so we have large ones and little ones. So I'll start with the large one, and I'm gonna put it right there. And then we'll do 2 little ones because these are so pretty and sparkly. And they really pop off of the night of navy there. So I think this is really nice. The blue looks nice, but I think this looks actually a little bit better because I think it just pops a little bit more. So what do you guys think? Do you like the blue, the boho blue embellishments, or do you like the faceted gems? So let me know. I'm glad. I love monochromatic cards too. I think it's really cool and really easy to coordinate. That is so true. Okay, so that's the first card. I actually should have started with this card. This is the simple card. So this one is a 1-layer card, and I wanted to do like a little masking technique to show my team that it's super easy to create 1-layer cards. So I took some scrap cardstock and I used the circle die from the Everyday Details die to cut it off. And so I actually used this one. So I'll use this one. And then let's see, where did my paper go? I think I used it. Okay, yeah, it's in the paper thing right here.
Oh, you got it then.
I got it. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim this a little bit. I had the other one trimmed because when I cut a whole bunch of them, they didn't cut square, unfortunately. But this is just 4 by 5 1/4. This might be a little bit less since I'm trimming it. Just a little bit. So there's all my little pieces. Okay, and then we have this piece right here. So I just place this in the middle right here, and if you want to be more precise, you could tack this down to your grid paper, and then you could use some washi tape to tack this down, but I'm lazy and I don't do that. But I'm gonna do the Lost Lagoon, and wait a second, was this my paper? There it is, found it. That's always how it works. Okay, so Lost Lagoon and Lost Lagoon, and I'm just gonna hold this down. That doesn't look like Lost Lagoon. It is Lost Lagoon. Okay, Lost Lagoon. And I'm just gonna create this really soft, lovely circle here to stamp. I think I stamped in boho blue. So we'll do boho blue. So I'm gonna clean off the Misty Moonlight really quick here. And ink it up with the boho blue. And that's gonna go right about there. And this is a large stamp, so I'm just gonna elbow this one too. Make sure that I get a really nice impression here. And then voila, so easy. And then I'm just gonna stamp thank you in the boho blue. And this is a super cute, easy, fast thank you. Perfect for the mail because it's completely flat thank you card, 1-layer card. And then I did layer it on the Lost Lagoon. So you just get it layered there. And then ta-da! And you can dress it up if you want to, add some embellishments or something, but I'm going to be making these as my, these are my swaps, and they'll be my thank you cards for this month. So if you want a thank you card, place an order and I will make one of those cards for you. Okay, my last card is my fancy card. So I did a really fancy card, and you guys know I love fancy cards. And I've got everything here. So I'm just gonna go and I did Lost Lagoon base with Smoky Slate 4x5 1/4, and then I just embossed a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of white. So I'm just going to attach that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit extra because it's embossed. And I'm gonna go upside down on this one, a little different. And so I just wanted a little sliver of the Smoky Slate edge. And then of course I put this on dimensionals. I just like having that second layer popped up. So I'm just gonna grab some dimensionals to put on here. And I cut up all the edges of my mini dimensionals, so that's what I'm using. Okay, so just put that on. Okay, now I have a template that I cut out using the die, so we can bring out the die. So I just cut this out so that it will fit. How does it fit? Like this. And so I have a piece of 6x6 white cardstock. I just used a 12x12 and cut it in quarters because that's easier, and then I'm not like wasting any paper at all. And then I have all my leaves in place, and this time I am going to be a good girl and I am going to tack this down a little bit. So I'm going to just going to go like this, and then I'm going to remove some of the tackiness to my white sheet. Okay, so there's my white. And then I have washi tape. I have lots of washi tape, and I'm just going to tape it down right here. And I'm going to move all of this aside. Okay, we're going to start with the large one, and I did that one in Misty Moonlight. And so this is a way to line up your stamping so that you can stamp and emboss. So it's very tiny, but these leaves are all embossed. So it's a nice little detail on here. So this is one way that you can use the embossing folder and dies, is to create a template in a dark color and then stamp it, and then you can cut it out. So sorry if my head gets in the way, but I want to line this up really nicely. I'm gonna put my elbow on it again. It's a big stamp. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay, then I'm gonna do my boho blue leaf. And that one's over here. So boho blue. Okay, sorry, but I'm gonna try to line this up. I'm gonna do my elbow again. I don't have a whole lot of hand strength, so that's where the elbow comes in. And then last color is Lost Lagoon. And that is my maple leaf here. Okay, I'll line that up there. Okay, so now I've got everything lined up and stamped. And so I can remove the washi tape. It'll unstick a lot easier if you make it less tacky. And so this is your template that you can put with your die and keep and use for other cards. And then this is going to fit in the embossing folder. So we're going to place the die like this first. And it kind of locks in place like that. And then I'm going to place this here and flip it over. And then I'm going to kind of move the white cardstock around a little bit. That looks nice. And then get that fitted. And then I'm gonna roll this through the embossing machine, and voila! Magic of television. I have my pieces. Oh, this one didn't quite get cut out, but that's okay. We can just use our paper snips and free it. Okay, and then we have our maple leaf. Huh, these didn't cut this time. So I'm gonna free the maple leaf as well. Trimmy, trim, trim. Or I have, ta-da! I have another maple leaf that I already cut out. Okay, so here's our 3 leaves that we're gonna use. And then this is from the Spotlight on Nature dies. And then I've cut a whole bunch of these extra leaf pieces. Woo! And a circle from the dies as well. So we are going to start with the large leaf, and again we're going to do the dimensionals towards the inside. And what's really cool is if you turn it over, you can really see the texture that it added. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. There's the texture. And so the texture is on the leaf. So really cool. Fun. And then I'm gonna just, again, put all the dimensionals towards the center since I'm putting it on a circle so that none of them are hanging off. So I'm just gonna add that like that, bing. And then I am gonna put more dimensionals on our second leaf here. So this is gonna be pretty dimensionalized. And then let's do just one right here. And then this one goes like that. I like to try and offset them. And then this one I'm gonna tilt, so I'm only gonna put a dimensional over here on this side, and then a little bit of adhesive on the other side. Did I just do this backwards? I sure did. Okay, so I'm gonna lift that off and get another dimensional on this side and put adhesive on this side, and then just kind of tilt that so both of the pieces are kind of together, because I'm going to hide all of that with my circle. I feel like it looks more finished when you do that. And then I'm going to grab my glue dots. I'm just gonna grab like a strip of them, and I'm gonna add my pieces. I'm just gonna trim off the end of this one. It just makes it easier to place. And then I've got this one right here. And this one I cut in half. So I have a small leaf and a large leaf, and then that's my medium leaf. And then let's do white. I'm gonna add a white leaf, so I'll put that right there. And then I'm gonna start with my large leaf right here, and I'm just gonna tuck that in about there. And it's probably good to put this on the card so that I make sure my leaves aren't hanging out over the card. So this goes on dimensionals as well. 1 in the middle and then 3 on the sides. And then we'll just place this like so. And good, so I wasn't out of bounds. And then this one I'm gonna tuck in over here. Under that one. Come on, tuck, tuck. I want it to be a little bit, there we go. Okay, and then this white one I'm gonna put over top on the next layer. So it adds more interest if you put them, you know, in different layers. And then we did the white leaf as well. So again, I'm putting this in the second layer so that it adds more interest again. And then we'll put the white one over here on this side, kind of peeking out. And then where did I put this one? Oh, I tucked that one in there too. I kind of want to put it over here this time to kind of, you know, go with the white. Okay, that's a lot of leaves. And then I've got some extra. And then I think I've used all of that. So now I can just stamp in Misty Moonlight my sentiment. And then I'm gonna stamp inside the card. I don't usually do that, but I think it's good to do. So I'm just gonna borrow this because this is gonna go inside the card. And then this is gonna go right about there. So I'm gonna do a dimensional at the bottom and do some adhesive at the top. And we'll put that right about there. And then I have the frayed ribbon that is an online exclusive. And I've got my little helper, my bow helper. And I have a video on YouTube, if you haven't seen it, that shows you how to create one and how to use it. So you can check that out. It's called How to Tie a Bow. And so I'm just going to use this to create my frayed bow here. So I'm going to bring that up through here and then tuck it through, and then you just pull tight, very tight. And then you can take it off. And there is your cute frayed bow. So let's just trim some of that. And I'm gonna leave that like that. And then you could use this like underneath a sentiment or something, so you don't have to throw that away, you could still use it. And glue dots again. You're gonna put those on. And then that goes right there, and then it kind of hides all the mess coming in. And this time I am gonna use the opaque sparkle dots. So we're just gonna pull those out and add those because they do contrast nicely here. So put one there and one up here and one more right here. Okay, so that is my fancy card. So I did a simple and then kind of an intermediate, and then this is a fancy card. So let me know what you think of this. Thank you, Christine. And I wanted to show you another fun, simple card. Again, a circle was cut out, and then the same technique as the one layer card was done and then cut out and put on the inside. And so you could put your little sentiment down here. You could put like a little thank you down here. And this would be nice and simple like that, or you could add a bow and some embellishments there. And this would be another lovely simple card. So here are the cards again that I did. Let's see, this one, and here's the simple one. And then underneath here is, so these two kind of go together, and then this one. Okay, so those are the cards. And as part of the door prize, you're gonna get one of these fabulous cards, one of these really intricate cards. So not only will you get the in color dots, I don't know where I put them, and you'll get one of these cards as well. So make sure you say hi and comment and share and let me know where you're from, because I love to chat with everybody. And thank you, Denise. And oh no, Melanie, you have to have Lost Lagoon. It's so pretty. I love it so much. And yes, when you add bling, oh, I have a secret to tell you. So when you add bling to a card, let's say this card, and you want to mail it, although this card would be too thick to mail and get away with one stamp, you'd have to do two probably, because it can only be a 1/4 inch thick, and this is probably a little bit more than that. But you can put like a piece of scrap cardstock on top, and that will help protect your gems. Or some people have done this, but it imprints in the back of your card. So I don't like doing it like this, but they open the card and fold it like this so that it's like inside out, I guess you could say, and that protects the top of their card. But I prefer just slipping in, you know, Stampin' Up! Provides a lot of postcards to us that we don't use, so I just slip a Stampin' Up! Postcard in there, and it protects all the embellishments. So that's one way to do it. And then that reminds me, I did put thank you in there. So I stamped thank you, and then I stamped the large leaf again in the Lost Lagoon, and that makes a really nice inside for the card. So don't forget to do the inside. Okay, now I have a treat for you again. My friend Anne is here, and she is again going to show us an out-of-the-box project. So I'm just gonna clean my stuff up a little bit so she's got room here to do hers, and I'll let her come sit in the hot seat. So welcome everybody, welcome to Anne. And she's gonna bring all her things over, and I'm just going to clean some of the stamps and get out of her way.
I just need it. I know you're cleaning,
You just need
but
that
I just
one?
need this one and thank you. So
Okay,
I'm good.
all right.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me back. Hopefully I've learned a little bit from Elaine as well as you, and I'm here to share some wonderful, fabulous things, and I'm also learning how to do live videos, so please bear with me. This is my second one, and I'm gonna go over some little tips and tricks. So I think I have everything right here, so let me grab my goodies. So I wanted to share a simple card that I did with that same set as well, but we also have another stamp set, Iconic Imagery, and this one has some paper and dies that match it as well. And so I just loved that, since this was a fall theme, I loved the word that had grateful in there. So what I did was I just kept it very simple, and I used the embossing folder, and I just embossed the entire front of the card. So this is the long way of the card, and then you'll be able to just insert it without the die in place. Just slide it right in to the edge of the fold, and then when you sandwich it, make sure you use the 3D embossing plate, because you don't sandwich this between two boards. You just use the one 3D embossing plate and then send it through the machine so that you don't crank too hard. And then that gave me that beautiful skeleton leaf look to the front of the card. I'm using Calypso Coral for this. And then also on her card, she used the corners dies here. So I thought, here's a simple way of using she did this beautiful front panel with the corners dies. What I did was I just cut the second to the smallest one here. And I wanted to show you that a lot of times we forget that we don't have to use these for their face value. And by that I mean we don't always have to use it in its full shape. So for my card, I'm actually going to trim off this little edge here and make it a straight plank here so that it will line up with the edge of my card. And then I've got my words coming in from the end. Now what I was gonna do was use the words grateful here, and I'm gonna use my Calypso Coral ink pad, and I'm gonna stamp it so that it falls closer to the left-hand side, leaving a little bit of a gap for me on the right hand side so that I can add a little accent. So that's really cute. So again, that little solid heart here is right in this iconic imagery along with the grateful. My little trick for you is using the cording. I'm going to take some Stampin' Seal and place it right at the end of that straight edge on the back side. And that's gonna hold my cording in place for me while I do a little wrap and give it a little crisscross here. Bring it back to the rear of the card. And then I'm gonna hold it down and secure it again by using the little dimensionals to hold it in place. And this will give me my sentiment raised up and on the front of my card. So we're gonna just split that so it has that nice little crisscross. And then we're gonna match it up to the edge of our card here. Beautiful. And then that's very simple. I'm very grateful to be able to be here with Elaine and learning all of these little techniques. And if you wanted to step it up just a little bit, you can add some of these beautiful adhesive back trio pearls. They have 3 different colors in them. And Calypso Coral is one of the colors that is on there, along with the, what is the other colors? Misty Moonlight and Petunia Pop, which is one of the new colors. But I thought adding that as a little bit of an accent would be wonderful for this card, to just keep it very simple, but using the embossing folder in a nice way. And you could do these in any color, make a set of them and give them and gift them for Christmas. So that is my simplified card using the iconic imagery and the embossing folder with the sorry, my screen went away, Changing Leaves bundle. So you know, it is bonus days, so $50. It's $54 for the Changing Leaves bundle, and if you spend $50 this month, you get $5 coupon that you can use next month. So Changing Leaves bundle comes with the hybrid die and embossing folder, and it comes with the stamp set. So now I hope you're ready for some fun, because last week I showed you my outside of the box, my my little tropical inspirations that I'm going to share with you. I live in Hawaii, and so I love giving favors. We give treats for every occasion. There is not something that we miss. If there is an occasion that we can give something to, we do. And so I love this little 2468 box. So last week, I'm just going to give you a little sneaky peek so you can go back and check again. I made this cute little Frankie, and it was featured with the potions bundle. So this was the Potions and Spells bundle, and I made the little Frankie box, but I didn't get to share with you the 2468 box. I just told you about it, but it's a very simple box, and I have a little trick to it. So let me get the paper and the little scoreboard here and show you my fun little trick. You can actually make 2 favor boxes out of 1 full sheet of paper. Okay, I've learned now how to stay in the screen. And so you get these little pins with your things. So yes, it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. that's where your little pegs will go. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now the trick is, if you do the whole sheet of paper at one time, then you're actually making 2 boxes at the same time. So we're going to do this. Now, am I set up the right way? I am not. It is this way. Okay, so we want to be the long way. I was trying to get everything in the screen. So we want to be the long way because we're going to do 2 boxes. Half a sheet of paper makes 1 box. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then the trick is when you turn it, you're going to do 2 inches on the left side, rotate it 180, and do 2 inches again. Now when we cut this right down the middle, we have 2 complete boxes that once we cut it, it will look like this, okay? So we'll be trimming off the little edges, and you will be able to, I don't know where the trimmer went. Where did the trimmer? Oh, they're on the table. Yeah. Sorry. No worries. Okay. So once this is cut in half, we'll just take this here, and it is 5.5 inches. Oh. This is way more space than I use at home, and I still don't have enough space. I hope you're bearing with me. Okay. I love it too, Denise. I love the iconic imagery. It's such a great set, and I'm going to show you some fun things that we can do with it. So now that I have these 2 pieces, this is actually 2 boxes. And what you will do is then just cut up on all of these little bottom panels here. And the one little thing that I like to do is when I get to the end of the box, I always like to cut that one at an angle and this one at an angle so that I can seal my box really nicely. And then that will continue also every other. So we want to keep it straight on the next one, and then we will trim at an angle on this one and straight on the last one. And I'll let you in on the little secret of why we do that in just a moment when we put the box together. So when I'm doing my boxes, I like to use glue, but for here I'm going to use my Stampin' seal. The plus will work a little bit better because it's stronger, but it has these little tick, tick, tick lines. And so when you get to the ends, sometimes they'll hang off the edge. If you use the Stampin' seal and the silicone mat, which is only 6 inches, all that little gummy just stays right on the box. You notice that if I go off of this paper, it doesn't stay, it stays on my mat and it doesn't stay on my thing. And then I can just roll this right off and it's not sticky all on my paper that I'm using. So if you don't have a silicone mat, now is a great time to add it into your basket. We're gonna close up our little box here, and then that is going to give us our little seal. And I like to use my bone folder to make sure it's nice and secure before and the people that know me, I could chunk the box. That's moving the box from one side to the other. That is ka-chunking. I do have a whole dictionary in Hawaii of Anne words. And when people come to my class, they just love my little Annisms and my little Anventions. And so I'm sharing this Anvention with you now. These 2 that are tapered are going to be the ones that are on the inside of the box. So they will go in first. And then your straight edges will be the front of the box. Now where your seam is, that's the back of the box. So that one will go in next, and the last one will be the side that's going to be the front of the box, and that's going to close frontwards, so that way you have a pretty even edge here like this, and all of the seams will be to the rear of the box. So when we're looking at this, all the pretties are facing the front. So that's why I do like to cut that box with a little bit of a taper. So I'm going to go ahead and put my tape here, and I like to work on my silicone mat, so I'm just going to put my little Stampin' seal here and then close that up. And then this is my back of my box, so that one goes in next. And then my last one will be the front of the box, and that one will be here. All right, so here is the front of my box now that we're going to be using. One of the nice things about this leaf set is that it had some really amazing pieces to it, and so it allowed me to be very, very creative. So last time I had you guys guess what I was going to make. This time I'm gonna just pull out a few pieces and show you some things that I wanted to use. So I'm using the little hexagon punch here, which is a great add-on for this. I also cut out the full-size leaf. In this set, there's also a stitched circle. There is the smaller little oval piece. There's actually two sizes, and she showed you how to bring this size down. I actually used this one in its full size for this, but I'm going to do a little trick with it. There's also this piece right here, and I used that one as well. But I wanted to show a couple of fall leaves, and so this was my little fall leaves that I'm using with my collection here. Now for this, I did also want to share a couple tricks with you, and so one of the tricks is using the Versamark pad. So I don't know how many of you have the Versamark pad, but it is one of my favorite pads to have in my arsenal of things, because no matter what color paper that I'm using, I don't have to change ink. I'm gonna be able to have a red ink pad and an orange ink pad and a yellow or blue or purple or whatever color that I need. And so that's why I really do love this ink pad. Now, what I did want to show you is that the yellow or the lighter colors, sometimes you do need to use the actual color of ink. So as you can see here, this is Versamark when it's dried, but this is Daffodil Delight on Daffodil Delight. So it does make a difference sometimes on the lighter colors to have the matching ink pad. And guess what? Stampin' Up! Has all the matching colors of ink pads for all of their papers. And so that makes it really fabulous to do your project. So what I did was I went ahead and I cut out all of those little leaves, and I'm going to layer them together, and I'm going to use a little bit of my glue, and I'm going to stack them on each other, and I'm just going to place the tips of my these leaves in between the lower leaf and the second leaf, and just layer them layer them into a nice little stack here. All right, now I'm going to do that and place it on the side because I want my glue to have some time to dry. And then I'm going to pull out the two circles that I have here, and I decided to do for this one the little thank you words that comes in the the Changing Leaves set. So you get thank you, you are amazing in every single way, here for you, a little note to brighten your day, and I couldn't have done it without you. So those are some of the words that just come right in the Changing Leaves set. And I'm going to stamp that in my early espresso. So I'm going to take that ink and stamp that right here at the bottom and get that nice little thank you at the base there. And then for my this piece here, I'm actually going to be using the iconic imagery again, because if you haven't figured out yet, have you guys figured out what I'm making yet with my stack of leaves? I'm gonna bring in a few more stacks here. I'm going to be making a wonderful little fall friend, and this is what I'm making. I hope you love him. He's so adorable. I'm going to show you some of the other little parts to him. So we are going to be adding our leaves to our bag here. And I like to do it so that the two side pieces are sitting on the edges of the bag, and then this one will sit right in the middle here. Okay, so we're going to add those onto our bag. And then so for our face, for our little turkey that we're going to be making, I'm going to use the Poppy Parade. And this little guy here is actually the top of the candle, but we're gonna make that his little gobbler. So we're gonna stamp that right here. And then for his eyeballs, I'm using that great bundle from Halloween, which
Potions?
yeah, the potions and spells. I don't know.
You just had it.
Yep, I think I put it under my my iPad. So in the potions and spells, you get all these fabulous bubbles, and they are so amazingly great for doing little characters. So I have these little pieces cut out already, and I want to show you how I layer them on each other. So here is a bubble on the medium size, and this is the smallest size. And we are going to glue them together so that we get a set of eyes like this. So if you notice here, we want the little cutouts, because there's no way to not have those there, to be opposite each other. So when you put your glue, you're going to place it so that it's on that flat black back area, and then you're going to make it opposite of the hole that is on the other end, and that will give you that little looking eyeball. So now we can have our eyes with a happy expression by placing that little quotation at the top. You can make him look a little worried by placing it at the bottom. So just by moving those little eyeballs around, it changes the character of our little critter here. So I did happy eyes on this one, and you can see how just by changing that, it gives you a different look for this one. I'll do this one down so that you can see the two. Now we have this little piece here, which is really great because it's the perfect size. I didn't have to do any other measurement. So I'm just gonna fold that right in half. And you know, for his beak, we're going to just alter it a sliver because we want him to have a pointy beak. So we're going to cut this to a triangle, but if you wanted to do a duck for Easter, this would work, and you could leave it in the rounded position. But for this one, I'm cut it just like that, so that I have my little beak here for my little character. So we're going to glue our eyeballs down. And what I like to do when I do my my eyes is I try to glue and hold both of them at the same time so that I can see where my placement is going. If you glue one and then the other, sometimes you can't really see which one, and you have them cross-eyed or crooked. This way, if you're doing them both at the same time, you kind of get them placed where you want to. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the back side of our little beak here, and we're going to add that in here. So he's very talkative. His mouth is wide open, just like me, lots to say. All right, I hope you're loving this. All right, so we've got our little turkey face there, and that's going to give us our little fun character. I'm using the potions bundle, and we're going to create our body for him by using the hexagon. So this gives him a little bit of a body. We're going to glue his little belly here. So he has a cute little belly that says thank you. And then he needs some fun little, got a little something on there. That's all right. There we go. We're going to be using this leaf for our little arms so that he can hold something or grab something, which gives him a little more character. In this case, he's not going to be holding anything. He's just talking and squawking and sharing his little love and personality. So we're going to take these two here and we're going to snip them right off. And then we will bend them. And those will be our little arms. So let's go ahead and start assembling this. We can use our glue. Now, when we go to close this, this is a fun little trick that I have. If you want to keep it closed, see how I have it in a top position where it's completely closed like a triangle. I have a little trick for this. So, because most of the time your box is open like this, which is very fun too, because if you have some long candies, okay, we don't have Trader Joe's, so this is always a treat for me when I come to the mainland, because I get to find fun candies like this. We just got these at Trader Joe's the other day. It's a mini milk chocolate bar, and you get 5 of them, and they're nice and skinny. Like, how fun would that be to put the little turkey on the top of this too? You don't even have to make the box. But if you're making the box, this will fit right into the top of the box, and you would have your turkey in here. And so that would be kind of a fun little thing too. But for this one, I wanted to use the little Ferrero Rocher. I'm not sure if I say that correct, but this one was a little Ferrero Rocher collection. And so it came with the gold ones like this, and it came with the dark ones too. So let me see, where did my dark ones go? Here's the dark one. So you get both of those with the, I got both of those colors in the thing, so that's where I had got the idea for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pinch this closed just at the top, and that's gonna give me a little gusset on the side of the box like this, so that when I stick my little hazelnut candies into the box here, it will sit nicely and tight and give him that nice little belly. Now here is my neat little trick. If you take a jumbo size paper clip and you give it a little bend so that the paper clip has a little better hold, you can slide that right in the top portion. And because it's a paper clip, it will pull right out. So you want to give it a little bend and then slide it in there. and that will hold it nicely tightly closed. Now we're going to add our little leaves over the top of this, and so we want to make sure that our dimensionals are on the opposite sides of those little pieces so that those can slide right up. So when we go to stick our dimensional down, we're going to place them so that they are sitting like this, and then that way our little leaves, sorry, there we go, are sitting here. And then let's just make sure that that's good. That's really cute. We could even go down a little, we can actually go down a little bit more too. I think we'll go down a little bit more. Okay. I'll go about halfway on the box and leave that top one there. And then we'll go here. We'll get one more right here. And place this here. Okay, so this is our little turkey tail. Now we'll put our little body here, but our little body is missing a few things. So you see this cute little piece here, that is also included. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna give him some feet. So we're gonna trim that off, and that gives me a little foot there. And then this one here looks like a little foot too. So we're gonna trim, let's see, which one do I want? Yeah, I think I want this one. So we're gonna cut these two off, and we're gonna give ourselves this here. Okay, so now we have two little chicken feet, and we're going to add that to the back of our panel piece. So I'm gonna get my little silicone mat again and place that right here. So on the bottom, and we're gonna hang our little footsies on the edge here. And to make sure that they're secure, because they're dainty, we're going to add a little piece of tape here. Thanks, Debbie. All right, and that is going to hold it. Now before I do that, I'm just going to give it a little bend like this, and then this way we'll be able to pull this off and add this panel piece onto our project. Don't watch me, Elaine. I'm not putting the papers in the paper bucket. Okay.
That's okay, you can clean it later.
I will clean up for you later. You know I always do. All right, so now this goes at the bottom, and this gives us our little feet that are right here. And then we can add our little head here on the top. And so for that, I'm going to put a little mini dimensional on that one. And here is my trick to this. I put one at the bottom of his chin, but I put two on this base here, because we're not gonna know exactly where the head is gonna line up. So trying to guess where this is gonna sit is a little bit harder. But if we put the two here and one here, then when we go to line our little, you know, I think it is, Elaine has longer arms. I just moved the basket closer. That's what I'm going with. Okay, so now when I put this one here, it's gonna sit somewhere in this area, but I don't have to worry where. And this one's gonna catch the rest of the head wherever it needs to be. Oh, he's so cute. Are you loving him? He's adorable. Okay, now we want to add his little wings that does all the talking. So these are going to tuck in here on the sides, and I like to just put a little bit of my tape on here, or you can use a glue dot. I just put a little bit of tape on the inside once I figure out where it's gonna go, and then I'll slide them in underneath and then just give it a little pinch, and voila, we have our little turkey. Are you loving him? I hope you love him. Is he so cute?
He's so cute.
Okay, so I thank you for bearing with me and letting me share all that wonderful stuff. Here's the little eyeball so you can see the opposite side, so you can see how the eyes look different. It gives him a different personality when you change the direction of those little circles. And right now with the bundle deal, it's a great time to take advantage of that, because you'll be able to get a $5 coupon to use in August to get some more new goodies that will be coming out. So let me hand this over to Elaine, and she can share with you the rest of her things. Thank you for having me, everyone. Bye.
All right, thank you so much, Anne. Did she just blow your mind again? Totally. And isn't that turkey cute? This turkey's mine. This is my turkey. And how she used these for the little feet and the leaves for the arms. It's just amazing, isn't it? Oh, Mr. Gobbles. I like that. This is my Mr. Gobbles.
Mr. Gobbles.
And I love her idea for using the duck bill, because that would be a perfect duck bill, you know, if you just left it and didn't cut it.
Yes.
That is awesome. So for next week, I want to show you what we're going to be doing projects on. We're going to be doing the iconic imagery. So it's all the iconic. So there's the bundle, there's the, what are they calling these? Pecan pie clear ribboned dots. So it kind of has a little bit of a zigzag going on in there. I'm sure it's hard to see.
Almost.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you look at it. It's kind of holographic. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. It's new. And then this is a 6x6 paper, as you can see here. And so it has lots of fun holiday images. Ooh, I didn't see the candy cane before. I got to go back to that one because I love the candy cane. Acorns and hearts. So not only fall or holiday, but there's fireworks there too. So you could use this for birthday. So, oh, and there's pumpkins and snowflakes and so this is like an all year round celebration paper. So this would be a really fun paper to get. It's got plaids and stars, and so not just for Christmas or for holidays, this could be used for any celebration. And so I'm going to be showing you some cards and projects made with this online exclusive suite. And the dies have dies that cut out the images, but also label dies, which you know I love, and I'm going to be showing you some fun things with the label dies as well. And then, oh, yep, the little turkey tongue.
Gobbler.
His gobble. What's it called? The gobbler? The neck thing?
What is that little gobble gobble?
I don't know. It's Mr. Gobbles. All right, so we're gonna be doing that. So it'll be really fun, and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday at 4 p.m. I wish I could have Anne here every time, but while she's here this week, we'll have her do some of her magic that I can show you with this suite, because we're going to be doing a big event this Saturday, which I have been posting about, and which you are welcome to join in, even if you are not local. For everybody that sends me that $50 order, you're gonna get a extra bonus days coupon from me, and you're also gonna get a goodie from my goodie basket. So you're gonna double your coupons plus get a gift. So
But the orders have to be sent to you, not placed online.
yeah, send the order to me so I can do the $5 discount. If you do place the order with my host code, then I can give you the $5 coupon next month. So you either have to send it to me so I can give you the $5 discount now, or if you want to place it with the host code, which I don't mind, I will give you the $5 coupon in August. So you'll get two bonus coupons. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. We will be doing the iconic celebrations next week, and I hope you guys have a great week.